Raise your hand if you have something to show.
I have something to tell, actually to ask, to beg.
All right, is there anybody that has to leave early? Okay, it's perfectly all right to say, I'm going to leave early, and then you can catch up with the rest on the video.
Yeah, that's a good idea, yeah.
Because, all right, well, we haven't seen Mick in a while. Good to see you, Mick, and what have you been doing?
I've been going to the Thursday night figure drawing at the club, which is great. So I saw Andy there a couple times, and that's been good. It's amazing how you forget how to do that after a year and a half. So my first drawings were so bad. But yeah, and I took an online class with a teacher named James Toogood, who's at PAFA. It would have been nice to have a real class, but it's all you can get. And it was cool. He basically just describes how he works. It's not really that in depth, but he's very realist, and he does watercolor. So it's actually of things around Philadelphia too. So it was really useful for me. So I was busy with that. I haven't been doing as much work, but I have stuff to show tonight, a few recent things, but yeah. So sorry, I haven't been busy with that other stuff.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, it's good to check in here.
Ted and I have also been doing stuff in the workshop that we haven't shown here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. Do you want me to show work, or should I be showing?
Oh yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me remember how to do this. Unmute. That's the first thing. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I figured out you can stay muted, and then when you're ready to unmute, you just touch the space bar. So I've kind of got used to it.
That's good.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, because it's so. Then if there's any bad, like I'm next to the refrigerator, kind of. So yeah, if I'm not talking. So yeah, this was something I did the other day in my. As Ted would say, an area that he grew up, he said, right, in Port Richmond, which is just, the next neighborhood for me. So I just love going out on like Frankfurt Avenue and, kind of like in the morning when the light is just coming really, really low, real early on a Sunday. So doing this Toogood Guys class, he's really, 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 he puts down color in a really intense way. So I was like, yeah, I'm probably not putting down enough color. So what I really wanted to do was I wanted this block in the back to be super dark, because this sign, this pole, and this fire hydrant were going to really punch off that. Chiaroscuro, however you say that. But I didn't make it dark enough, but that's okay. It's just a sketch. But that was the idea.
I like it.
It works. It works for me. That's for sure.
Mick, what I particularly value about your work is that urban scenes that I would never have found beauty in, you have changed my view of art. You can take the most mundane of surroundings and just make it beautiful. It's easy for me. I live in the country, everything's beautiful. So, but for you, it's amazing what you do, I think.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes.
It's the lot. I'm going to show you the piece that I'm bringing this weekend for the new show. I think it's called Making Space, right? And I'll tell you how it happened, like what's behind it, because it's related to that. So this was a one I did last weekend. So this was a little more another Port Richmond thing.
Very nice.
Wow.
I was actually going to bring this to the show. It's small. It's 6 inches by 8 inches. I was going to bring this for the show, but then I thought once I finished it, I'm like, I don't know that the composition is strong enough. But the idea was like, I love this guy's house here where he's got this space next to him. And it's like his outdoor garage where he just piles up all this stuff.
Right.
So he's just like making space for all of his junk.
Oh, okay.
I really like your perspective. You captured the exact pattern of the lines, probably the most appealing way they would cross
Yeah.
and form that great pattern. I mean,
That's great.
mesmerizing.
Nick, I almost think you should be the artist of Philadelphia or Philadelphia's artist. You know what I'm saying?
The
Take-
background areas of Philadelphia.
Scenes and just spread them around the country because people, as I say, would be astonished. I think.
Mhm.
You know?
Well, an electrician could look at that and identify all the different bits. Oh yeah, that's how it goes in this bit. Because, I mean, we have no way of knowing that that's accurate, but we get that that's accurate. It just looks right.
I don't like to fake anything or change it around too much, but I have a pretty good friend who's an electrician. I think I'm going to ask him what all that stuff does. Cause you know, if you look at it, it's like, what are these? Oh, that's a little too close. Like, what are these little things to it? There's like a little box, man. What do those things do? I just maybe not drawing that great, but yeah, it would be just kind of like, just to see what he has to say. It would be funny.
That's
But it is it's so great how you utilize those. What you've done it before, and in this one, it's spectacular. Utilize it as an element of the, and in this case, it's more than 50% of the image.
Right, right.
Fabulous.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, I could bring this one too, but I just, in the end, I decided the next one kind of was going to punch a little better in real life. This one's kind of small, but yeah, I regretted putting the pole dead center. I think that's what bothered me about it. It should have been like off.
But you got away with it. It-
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do not-
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
feel, grounded to that. I don't feel overly attached.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep looking at the car,
Hmm.
and I, you know, I really like the way you paint cars, but I don't find the pull distracting.
That's cool. Okay.
No.
Interesting. Well, I
See,
could
it
put this.
doesn't go from top to bottom. It doesn't divide the scene.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Had it stretching all the way through, it would just cut it.
Yeah. All the connecting. Yeah, I guess you're right.
This is good. This is okay. It just makes it a focal point.
Yeah.
And it's rendered so well that it holds its own. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree.
Mick, Roberta some time ago, maybe a month ago, said that people like yourself could contact her about having perhaps a solo in the Bob Jackson Gallery, when I guess such things will be routine. But you have to apply to her now because there's a line of people ahead of you. But
Yeah.
I really
Good
think you know, this deserves a space, a private space, so we can all see it in person.
Cool. Thanks. I appreciate that. I mean, I'm stacking these things up. Actually, I really should try and show more of them.
Yeah, really, really. And in fact, I think Neela's doing a book on, on fairgrounds and so forth. You may even want to do a book on Philadelphia,
Yeah.
Yes.
right? Because there's no one else doing this kind of thing, as far as I know.
Even if there is, mix is superb.
Yeah, but I mean, it's sort of taking urban scenes that most people would and just dismiss and
Mhm.
making them into art. And that's amazing. To me, I think so.
I get
Oh.
some really interesting conversations when you're out there doing this kind of work on the street. It's like people walking their dogs who are, just nice. They're like, wow, I've never seen anybody paint a dumpster before. I'm like, yeah, I like the way the light's hitting this. And they just really look at you for a second. They're like, yeah, I guess you're okay. I was just wondering why somebody would paint a dumpster.
Well, you're lucky people don't set their dogs on you, which is one of the things I fear.
I don't go to the really strange area. Well, I actually do. I do go to pretty strange areas, but it's usually if they look,
Well, that's more of a country thing, isn't it? Setting their dogs on people.
yeah. All right, so here's the one I decided to bring. So we mentioned
Oh,
hippie things. So I was right at the end of July, I went to Providence, Rhode Island, and I rode my bike from Providence to Newport and back as sort of like a long weekend.
Yeah.
And I took a whole bunch of pictures, and I actually brought my whole painting, everything I had to sketch and draw. And I kept seeing all these lovely 18th century houses. In the end, it was just like, I really like this area that was called the Woonasquatucket River, which is kind of a small river, and it's all these old mill buildings. It's all 19th century lovely stuff. and I was just really drawn to it. Some of this stuff is very active. It's not abandoned or broken down. It's just a very nice, quiet little old industrial style area. So yeah, I went to Newport. I went to the Vanderbilt Mansion. I saw all these lovely houses on College Hill. I don't know if you guys have been to Providence. It's a nice place to go, and of course Newport's gorgeous. But this is what I just have to own it, right? This is the kind of stuff I'm gravitated to. So I really
Right.
thought this kind of fit the theme too, because it's one of those in between spaces where
Yes.
it's all like, again, nicely kept. They were nicely kept buildings, but there's a little decrepitude, and this like trailer truck just parked there. I thought looked really good against the red brick, and that was painted like cement block or something on the side of that one building. So yeah, I really like this scene.
I
So
like
a bunch of
how
shots.
I like how that red brick building is looking back at us. The two eyes are kind of
Yeah.
looking right back at us.
Yeah, there's some kind of brackets or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've painted every little chain link because
That's just amazing.
well, not where you can't see him, but just the light was just so. And I want to show you close up because I'm not being that careful about it. I'm not trying to make it like photographic or anything. That would be a little extra, but there's a little white on top to catch those highlights. But otherwise,
Right.
just
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Really nice.
Yeah,
And
Nick,
well with the whole thing. It doesn't stick out. It's part of the whole. It's wonderful.
And Mick, I really like that you've picked up on the little tufts of plants that grow up through the sidewalk, which you'll understand why I like them when I show my work.
Oh, good. Okay. Cool.
Nick, one more thing. If you're interested, starting late next month, I think the 21st or so, the Barnes Foundation has a class on Cezanne and Demuth and their watercolor work.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I find that interesting.
And that, what is that exactly? That's a.
At the Barnes Foundation, there's an online class on the watercolor work of and Demuth.
Oh, so it's an online class. Cool. Thanks. I never even thought to look at stuff there. I didn't realize that was something that was going on. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I love their classes.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Nice.
Demuth,
Thanks, everyone. That was
I have a lot of
nice to show
respect
my-
for, and your work reminds me of his in some
Hey,
ways.
who is this man, Demuth? D-U-M?
Charles Demuth.
I never heard of him.
Alice, Alice worships him.
Yeah, how do you spell his name? Because I'll look, I usually, things here, I look them up. So D-U-M?
DEMUTH.
E-E-M-U-T-H.
He's from Lancaster, so he I think he went to Patha actually, didn't he?
Yeah, I went to
Patha.
his studio. It's a great studio.
I've been to his studio too, yeah.
Yeah.
It's my hometown, so
Ah, cool. There you go. Oh yeah, that's right. Because when I went there last August, we were talking about that, Tracy. You're like, that looks like the hospital I was born in. But yeah, Lancaster was cool. I'd go back for sure. Yeah, Demuth.
All right. Well, thank you, Mick. You're bringing it in on to the Plastic Club.
Yeah, I guess I better sign up. Right, Friday, I guess is probably best for me.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Friday, Saturday, I'll be there.
Okay.
Don't forget to pre-register.
Right. I need to remember that.
Susan, out of consideration for your time constraints,
Thanks, Bob.
which you
Okay.
have,
Let me share screen. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember, I was making a box for my grandniece.
Yes, lovely.
She loves hummingbirds.
Oh, Susan, what is the name of that flower? Is it a morning glory?
It's a stylized morning glory. I had it in perspective and it didn't work with the composition. I don't know if you can see see my cursor?
Mhm.
yeah.
I don't know if you remember this in an earlier version, but the beak went into,
Yes.
and I decided no, that wasn't
Yes,
That
I
wasn't
remember
me.
that.
So anyway, this is the inside of the box.
Oh,
Ah, nice.
I put my marbled paper in there, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure she'd really appreciate that.
She
Oh.
loved it.
She
I
loved it?
finished it with a urethane so that, because children do what they do.
Yeah.
She was already deciding how she was going to draw on the marbled paper. And my sister said, "No, you're not touching that box. Give me that box."
how,
But anyway, she's
how old is she? How old is she?
5.
Oh,
She's
wow.
She's
Oh,
going to kindergarten.
Yeah.
So this is kind of to, just mark that time for her.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
she'll treasure it as she grows older.
Yes, she will.
What a nice gift.
Yeah, that's a lovely gift.
Yeah, I have to share screen again. Uh-oh.
You are sharing screen.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
So
my.
that's
It's
this piece of
beautiful.
directly behind me.
Oh,
That
very
is
nice.
fabulous, Susan.
It's,
I thought Clint right away.
Yeah, that is Klimtish, definitely.
yes. Thank you. I really like him, but I'm kind of making a U-turn certain things. I'm not as careful as he is with this. I'm scratching out. I'm doing some other things because I think my work is starting to change, and but work always changes, right, Mick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Anyway, so
You're right
that's-
about Klimt being so meticulous.
Oh, he's insane. If you look at those pieces, if you ever go to the Noya, there's the flesh is so beautiful. Anyway,
I gotta get there then.
yeah. And this is another box that I just started. I'm going to gold leaf this, and I think I'm going to keep that background dark and then the gold leaf. But anyway, it's just another box
Nice.
in its beginning stages. And
What is the painting medium?
that it's acrylic right now, but I was thinking about going and using the Casein because it's really a wonderful medium.
Mhm.
Has anybody here tried it besides Doris? No, right? Have you tried it, Tracy?
No,
It's really fun. I mean, there's some, yeah, it's different from everything else. It's fun. You might like it if you try it.
Susan, do you make your own or is there a commercial brand?
There's a commercial brand, and I think it's called Shiva,
Okay.
but yeah. If you just buy the black and the white, and then you can put your own watercolor in it, so you don't have to, acquire the entire kit. You just want to keep your brushes separate. That's what Doris said. And I think, it beats up the brushes, and I'm sure it does, because it's not regular watercolor. So anyway, here's another one I did at the top of the hill on some crazy day. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right. And then I think I have one more. This I did yesterday.
Oh, that is your Fairfield Porter.
Very
oh,
nice.
that's wonderful.
That's wonderful. Yeah, that's your Fairfield Porter.
Thanks.
That's incredible.
Like the variety of colors on the foliage.
Yeah, thanks, Bob. I stopped prematurely because I was in a parking lot waiting for my husband. He was at a doctor's visit, so I thought, oh, I'll have time to do this, and that doesn't always happen. So anyway, that's it, and I did a lot of drawing also.
Susan,
But
do
I'm
you
not-
do this,
I'm not
do you do
showing
this
that.
off to work, before work? Are you working out of your house? I mean,
Oh, no. Kim, I retired. I retired August 1st. I told
bless you. This August 1st, you retired?
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. It's
This
it's-
August 1st, you retired. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Good for you.
Thanks. Thanks. I don't think I was psychologically ready for it though. You
Well,
know?
you're never psychologically ready. You just have to jump in, you know.
So that's
And
what I
say, I've
did.
had enough. And now it's time to, you know, focus on what I enjoy.
Yeah. All right.
Good.
Well, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ken, we haven't seen you in a while.
Sure, be happy to, thanks. The work I'm going to show is part of a project that just struck me, having never lived in the city. I grew up in the city, but one of the far off neighborhoods, and I, for the last 40 some odd years, have lived out in the suburbs with beautiful trees around me and lawns and all that. And my reference to Nick being so detailed as to seeing the little tufts of grass coming, or plants of any kind, actually weeds coming through the grass. So that has struck me as something that happens. So I will share and show you a few of these. I have a number of them. I'll go through them fast. There are things that you don't have to look at really intensely for too long. So here we go. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Is this is a painting, Ken, or is it?
No, this is photography.
Oh my
and-
gosh.
And when you really
Oh
start
my gosh.
looking at the weeds that are growing up in the city, you find an incredible variety.
That is
Hmm.
extraordinary. I mean, what you've chosen is just extraordinary.
Another book.
Thank you. Yeah, well.
Yeah, Ken, I have a friend in Argentina who's American, and he's a photographer. He's a photographer of this group, Buenos Aires International, but now he's confined in his house. And so he was bemoaning the fact that, you know, you just go out and you've done everything in the neighborhood. You know, there's nothing else to do. And I said, no, I've joined this art group. And like people like you can find the art in the weeds. You know what I mean?
Oh, I agree
And
with
Janice,
it.
all of you, you know, I mean, and it's just extraordinary. I think this is amazing. I
Well,
do
I-
think there's another book here. Yeah.
Well, thank you. It's hard not to look at these things once you start
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
them.
Well, I'm going to go out when I get back to the city and go look for weeds.
And they are all self-seeded somehow. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
some of this might come from the plants that have been planted by folks in their own homes, or the city plants, because Philadelphia has a lot of beautiful gardens. So
Yeah.
some of this stuff, I mean, I guess they're weeds, but who the hell knows what they
That
are.
one is for sure. That's a tenacious thing. You should go back a week later and see how big that one's going to be.
Oh, really?
That
All right.
thing grows like those
And
pumpkin
what
leaf
kind of
things.
style render did you choose, or did you do this with Photoshop, or what did you do to it?
The only thing I
highlight.
do, in Photoshop is bring the colors to how I basically recall them. There's no artificial colors in here whatsoever. I may saturate a little bit of saturation, a little bit of vibrance, but no artificial colors. So all of this is as I saw it.
Oh, look at
Amazing.
that rust in the cement,
Yep.
the bright green and the dark shadow. It's a nice
Yeah.
series.
Thanks. Thank you.
And I think this is really original. I don't think anyone on earth has done this.
Oh, thank you. I have fun doing. I mean, Mick, you were talking about being in the neighborhoods. Well, you know, I'm down on my hands and knees, or I'm looking at, you know, weeds in the street, and I've had a few people come by and go, "What are you doing there, buddy?" And I'm like,
Well, I think I might. Do you mind if I try? I mean, I'm going to have a go, you know, because
Well, it's a beautiful exploration. It's remarkable.
yeah, absolutely.
The composition there.
Yeah, and the composition, of
nice.
course.
Yeah.
The artistry of the
Wow.
artist.
Well,
The crack is like pointing at it. It just reinforces that that's like. the
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, when I saw that crack and that, I mean, it just, and then just the geometry of the metal.
Oh, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
I think
Anyway,
you blew it out of the park.
Wow,
Ken,
thank you.
myself.
this one also had a little feather in it, which blew my mind right in here.
Oh,
So that's my offering for today. Thank you.
Wow, wow.
Thank you.
Oh
Very
my
cool.
gosh, oh my gosh.
Very cool, very cool.
Thank you very much. Let's see, Bob, take
All
over.
right, let me
Wait,
take
I think I
it.
can do it right there. Boom.
Yep.
Thank you.
Well done, Ken.
Thank you.
All right, let's see, Mike and Sarah. Yeah, I have unmuted you because I think we're getting some feedback. So I'm going to unmute you. And let's see what you have.
Okay. Wait a second, wait. Just give us a second.
Sure.
Worth waiting for.
Wait a second.
Okay, I'm going to talk about something else. In my opinion, my background is too strong. I'm going
Wrong?
Oh, you're frozen.
Up, he froze. Speaking of backgrounds, Janice, yours is beautiful.
to,
Oh, look at that. That's,
Yeah, you showed that last week, did you?
no, not different.
No, it was a different one.
Was a different one?
Yes.
Okay, these are Anjou pears, obviously.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
And as a lover of pears, I'm going to go to the refrigerator and get one right now.
Well, I'm gonna go buy some pears and see if I can do something like this, which of course I can.
Beautiful.
At the
That is the lighting on them, the colors, very
Yeah,
nice.
lovely.
Very nice.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm losing my voice. Well, the last one that I showed of the pears, it was 2 pears, and I asked you to give it a title. And I think it was Ken said a pair of pears.
It's the pair of
Which is-
pears, yeah.
One. So what's the title of this one?
Quartet of pears?
No,
2 pairs of pears?
you got it.
2 pairs of pears.
Oh, my God, well done, well
Yeah.
done. Well done.
Pears of pears. Yeah.
Very nice.
To look into Mike's mind like that, that's amazing.
Amazing.
Thanks. And now I'll show you one that's a little more, I guess, what you're used to seeing. from
Can you
me.
take that down?
Lost you. Okay.
Can you take that down?
There it goes, it's gone.
No.
Okay, Mike has one more. We'll be there in a second.
Yeah, don't hit it yet. Okay. Now, this next one was taken on the shore in Longport, and there were a group of young people, teenagers, taking pictures of one another. So I took a picture of them from a distance, and then I was looking at it on the computer, and I said, you know, it's kind of boring. It's just a snapshot. So I thought an appropriate title for it would be, "Come On, Smile."
Very good. Very funny.
What's the title, Mike?
Come on, smile.
Where on earth did you get that? Is that a stock shot of that shark? That's an incredible shot.
Yeah, it's
Or
amazing.
did you take it? I shouldn't ask if it's a stock shot. Where did you take that?
It's all in the camera, Ken. It's all in the camera.
It's all in the camera?
And now the shark.
They
was
look like the
marked.
Beatles. The people look like the Beatles.
They do. They do.
There's Pete Best over there. Yeah,
Yeah,
you better find them.
Did the shark get the people?
Well, we'll never know.
We'll never know.
It's if it were movies, we would know, but in a still photograph, it is what it is. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a smile. Thanks.
You did. Very cool.
It's lovely.
Can you take that down? Oh, here we go.
Okay,
I'm gonna,
thanks.
I have a new phone, so I'm really having issues. Whoops, that was wrong. Stop share. There we go. Let me try it again. So I'm having trouble, so I'm going to show one that,
Left. All the way down the bottom.
the ones I planned on maybe showing. Now this has a little bit of,
ooh,
Love the colors.
Sarah, that you knocked it also out of the ballpark. This is
not
Very
coming,
nice.
it's
Very
not coming
Wow.
from my screen.
it is really a wow. I mean, really. Huh.
Wow, nice, nice.
Yeah, I still don't have it. But I'll tell you what it is. It's Spring Lake, New Jersey. And I just played with the color and I can't see a thing.
I think
Isn't that
it's
funny?
You can't see it?
No.
We can see it.
Well, as long as you can see it.
We
But,
say it.
We see it. We love it. Sorry, you can't see it.
And
Well, I
it's
was-
a red ocean with the pattern in the foreground, right?
That's right. And the pink sky.
Right.
Yeah, what was that pattern in the foreground? Did you put that there, or how did that get there?
That day when we went, it was drizzling. Sometimes in the winter when we would drive to Spring Lake, New Jersey, because it's only an hour from here. But that day it rained. I had the umbrella. So the umbrella was kind of in a funny position while I was taking the picture. But some people would think the umbrella pattern could come out, but I decided to leave it in.
I think it's interesting that it's in.
It is.
The you in it,
unique.
right?
It's
how we
unique,
know
right?
that you were there.
Yeah, it's unique.
I can't hear you.
It's unique.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I decided to leave it in and there's a mixture, I think, of some of the things that I learned from a few of you when I was kind of working with this. And so I hope you see some of yourselves in this piece.
I see Nick in the precision at the bottom.
Yeah.
And Kim, the way Kim uses color too, and where you wouldn't expect it, definitely. And, but anyhow, I really had fun with that one. I'd like to try another one. Actually, I really enjoyed doing that. Now I'm going to try to do one more, if that's okay.
Sure.
I could hum to you while I'm doing this. But you have to know I have.
Should we talk among ourselves?
I actually have a question for Andy. If Andy, can you hear me, Andy?
I'm here. Hello.
Does your mother take on private contracts?
Contracts? You
Yeah,
mean?
well, let's look at the artwork. I'll talk to you
Okay,
later.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Now this,
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it was at the train station. For over 20 years, I took the train into town and out of town, and I saw amazing things. And this young man, and I made it into black and white because I really like the shadow, and I like him.
Very nice. very moody, very
Mhm.
evocative.
So
Yeah.
I have a question, Sarah. I
Yeah.
can't really identify what this is, except it's a wet brick pavement.
Mhm.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So,
And this, go ahead.
so what are the other objects on the 1, 2, 3, 4 at the top?
Well, that's a young man with a sweatshirt on and a hood. And you can see him sitting against a wall,
Mhm.
waiting for the train. You can see the outline of his sneakers. You see he's
Mm.
sitting and his legs are up. Yeah.
It was very wet,
Too
obviously.
dark.
Wow.
Been raining, right?
And there's a plant on the other side of the pole.
I was
Slightly
going to
there, but-
say, yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
very
good.
interesting shot.
Yeah. I love the fact that totally, it's the composition rather than the objects that make this thing.
Mm.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I really enjoy now taking, I don't take any one picture to take a picture. I take a picture and then afterwards go in it and find something and that it's exhilarating. And this, even though this is an old picture, I did rework it and found this moment.
Very nice, Sarah.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yes.
Pretty nice in there. Love it.
Interesting.
So that's all I have today, but thank you, everyone.
Well, they're both good
Mm.
pieces, very good pieces.
They are.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's great.
Very good. Very nice.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
I have
you.
something to ask on behalf of the Plastic Club. So, this is not to show. I wish I had something to show, but, in the spring, late spring and May, there's going to be a celebration of the Plastic Club's 125th anniversary. As some of you already know. Well, the Plastic Club Players, the in-house theater group, is going to be doing a couple small one-acts, skits really, for this celebration. And in my ideal vision, the actors are going to remain dressed, to remain in character through the length of the celebration, and be the actual historical characters, the Red Rose Girls, Blanche DeLay, Emily Sartain, Howard Pyle, Thomas Akins, anyone, well, a lot of people who are associated with the founding of the Plastic Club. Now, of course, I have a couple of my tried and true Plastic Club players that have already agreed that they want to be a part of this. But I'm wondering if more of you, like say Sarah, would be interested in becoming a historical figure for the celebration or helping with set design and costume design. Susan Plug keeps thinking I'm going to make these wonderful smocks and I'm just going to whip out my sewing machine and do it. But Andy's mother has some talents that I do not, so we need people.
It's a good
who can-
idea to get Andy's mom to do it. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Do you think she might? Andy, you think she might be intrigued by this?
She's busy, and it's a long list that she regales me with every time I see her. Oh, the things that I'm doing.
No, I never dreamed of asking her to do it, but
Yeah.
I'm waiting very early to get people who will help. I can sort of sew, I just can't sew well. And we're not, the players aren't known for their intricate costumes. I just want to have this be a little neater than our usual rabbit plays because, like I said, the people are staying in character, actually being the people through the length of the celebration.
Costumes are illusion.
Costumes are what, Janice?
Costumes are an illusion in theater. And so
Ah,
it doesn't have to be exact,
ah.
but it has to give
Yeah.
the impression of. And, you know, I would help.
Yay,
Oh, there you go. You got yourself a customer.
Janice is going to be a red rose girl.
Congratulations, Janice. That's really good of you.
Thank you, Janice.
You are welcome. Wait and see what I do.
Wow.
It'll be great.
I have Susan approached me, and the other day I approached her with my ideas to make this more than a couple little skits because I want to do something better than the sketch club. And I really want the Plastic Club players to be a big part of the Plastic Club. So I talked to her about having the people stay in character and having interactions throughout the celebration and just really, really concentrating on the history of the club. She thought it was a great idea. So now I'm asking for people to help me. We're going to make this fabulous.
Very nice.
Thank you, Janice.
It sounds great.
Thank you, Janice. This is very exciting. I'm expecting more.
We will talk.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you still
I
there?
used to do this. I used to do this when I studied acting here in Philadelphia many moons ago.
Wow.
And then in New York. Yes, so yeah, it's an illusion. It doesn't have to be precise, but just to give the feeling of whatever it is you want to convey.
Right.
No, we can't be doing the exact outfit Violet Oakley might have worn on her. Believe me, we're not going that far, but I want it to be special. So that's therefore we'll talk.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you, Tracy. And if you want to get a hold of Tracy, her email is in the book and on the mailing that I send out. Okay. Thank you. And let's go to Kim. Do you have anything to show, Kim?
I do. I'm sorry that Ron isn't here because I took the shot because of Ron. And maybe someone can tell me if I'm correct in what I think. I think he said he was a Quaker. Did
Yes.
he say?
Yeah.
I thought he did. So this winter, I was walking around the city at the back of City Hall. I think they call this area Callow Hill. And actually, this is a Quaker's friend's house. And they had I guess a modern skyscraper, or not skyscraper, but a glass building, an annex that was a glass building. And then I took this shot of the Quaker friend's house reflected in the glass.
Wow.
And it was for Ron.
Mm-hmm.
Very
I like that.
Thank you.
Sure.
It was for Ron.
Yeah.
It was for Ron. I'm sorry he's not
Okay.
here.
Very cool.
That one little angle on the left side in the middle. That's interesting. Yeah.
This?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is the actual friend's house. Yeah. So
Right.
because this at an angle captured the reflection, and then this is the actual, the building. Of course,
right.
it isn't orange and all that, but nevertheless.
You have the choice of cropping there and you chose not to.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a deliberate choice.
Right.
Okay.
It worked out.
Very nice.
Is this on the Parkway, Kim?
It's not On the parkway, but I'm trying to think where it is. It is a road leading from the parkway, yes, because I could see
Okay,
it.
so that's the Friends Select School that.
Oh, is that what it
that's
is? A Friends school? Oh, okay.
Friends Select School.
Oh, well, I thought of
Maybe.
Ron, so I went back to the building
Yeah.
once I realized that's what it was, and I did it for him. So,
Yeah.
maybe I'll show it to him.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that same neighborhood, this is not a piece of art. This is just something I wanted to show you because it's amazing. It's right at the back of the Barnes collection. Has
Oh,
anyone
wow.
ever seen this?
No,
It's at the back of the
Ooh.
Barnes collection. It's
Huh.
this massive mural. Obviously, it's not, I didn't do it. So I
Wow.
just wanted to show it to you because it was so dramatic this winter walking around there. It was like being in Wonderland, Alice in Wonderland. I did so much stuff. But I wanted to
Wow.
share this with you because look at that. Isn't that amazing?
Yes, so
That's
there was
behind the barns.
And this is painted on also. This was in the middle of the winter. So this is not the flowers and then you saw the building in the back. This is all painted. It's just crazy. And it is in the same area as the Barnes. I don't want to say it's right at the back of the Barnes, but it's in that same area, which I really felt like I was in Alice in Wonderland. It was just an amazing experience.
So that whole area, like probably like 10 square blocks, was the Baldwin Locomotive Manufacturing Company. It was the biggest locomotive company in the world.
Really?
Until like
Really?
1920 or something, when they just weren't doing well anymore. And then they moved to, is it called Eddiestown? Near Chester, but yeah, they used to dominate that whole part. So some artist has made a
How
nice
could they even do something this big? This is a whole side of a building, and look how detailed it is. It deserves to be preserved and it deserves to be shared, because it's so unusual.
Yeah. Well, Philly has such an amazing, we've talked about it in the past and everybody knows about it, but I'm blown away. I mean, by looking, I can't wait to go out and see this one because they're just spectacular all over.
I
the
wish
city.
I could be more exact. All I can tell you is it's in what they call the Callow Hill area, which I'd never been in before.
I'll
And
find
as I
it.
say, yeah, you will find it. You can ask someone, I'm sure they'll tell you.
But in terms of that, your question is how did someone paint that? Quite often these things are painted onto vinyl. I don't know what the material is. It's probably some kind of vinyl, and they paper them on the side of a building. So they're painted.
But Ken, look how big it is. Look
Oh, I
how,
know.
This is a whole building, and this is all this wasn't real. This was all painted as well.
No, I understand. Yeah, I was just saying that there's a combination in Philly of actual painted on murals where they paint the wall, and other ones where they paint them off site onto a material, and then they put that material up on the wall. And it can be giant. It can be that big.
Yeah,
So,
it's really amazing.
That's
Okay, guys.
It's beautiful. Yeah,
Thank
very
you.
good.
Thank you very much. By the way, at the end of this, I'm going to show you something so insane that I genuinely think I may have lost it, but I'm not showing it to you right now because I have just a couple of others to show you. Now, this is the Paris and Philly thing that I showed you, but I did it as an etching. Do you remember the Paris and Philly things that I've shown? I actually auctioned off one for Dirty Franks in January.
Oh yeah, Dirty Franks.
But I decided just to play with my phone, and this is what I got.
Is it around 20th Street?
It is 20th in Rittenhouse Square.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or I don't know if it is 20th. I don't want to say it's 20th.
What
No,
could
it's
be?
not. It's not 20th.
Well,
No, it's
Yeah,
16th.
Rittenhouse Square. Yeah.
It's 18th in Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to share that with you because it was just such an amazing thing to see this in Philadelphia.
Hmm.
And as soon as I took the shot, they built all those structures, which they did in the winter. So you actually see this. So I don't know if you went there today, I don't know if it would be like this, but it was just something that I managed to catch.
very nice.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
And good use of the filter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so now to the more mundane. And this is in Somersville, the place where I did the shack that Roberta showed in one of her salons. It's not the shack because the shack now is even more shacky. But what intrigued me was a very rainy day. And I went especially back to see if they have giant sunflowers, and I got intrigued by the giant sunflower. So this is a giant sunflower on a rainy day in Somersville.
Wow.
So sunflowers in Somersville, let's call it.
Wow.
Very nice.
Excellent.
Yeah, and what was the treatment of this one? Is this did you paint this?
You
or
know,
is this-
no. You know what this is? This is, of course, Bob's neural styled out art thing that I've been using. And I saw a new render called Graffiti.
Huh.
Believe it or not, Graffiti.
Wow.
That's the render, Graffiti. I thought, let me just try it and see how it goes. And it brought up a lot of color you see in the roof and things like that. And you have the angles here, you know, with the mountains and the hills and the
Yeah.
house. And it was a very nasty rainy day. And so,
You turned it into something much more beautiful, that's for sure.
okay,
It's very sort of expressionistic. It's a nice look.
Yeah.
Yes.
is it? Okay. I didn't know. I mean, I wasn't sure. Now we get to the next one, and I have to explain what it is all about, okay, before I show it to you. This is like, honestly, I think I lost my mind. But in town, there is a very large pickup truck, a Dodge Ram pickup truck that is so big that it's two of my cars, right? It's the biggest pickup truck I have ever seen. And yet it's lemon yellow. Okay, well, so you're very macho, and then you have a feminine color. You remember what I'm saying? So look what I did. The remember part is these flowers from that garden. So this is what I did with it. I just went crazy. I just kept thinking, this is just too crazy. This is a contradiction of being a macho guy with a massive Dodge Ram truck. So what can I do with it to say that I think it's feminine? The color is feminine. So here we go. That's what I did with it.
Hmm.
More as a joke than anything, but
Perfect.
you can
Perfect.
see a bit of the house, you know. So I just obliterated everything, but I kept a little thing of the view from this window. And I honestly was obsessed with this yellow Dodge Ram because it's such a to me. I mean, guys, is this a feminine color? I mean, would you drive something like this?
There's one in our neighborhood, it's pink.
Hmm?
So I turned my head, that's for sure. So I know what you're talking about. I had to
Well, it
say,
just seems odd to have such a masculine, huge thing, you know, called Dodge Ram, and have it in lemon yellow. So this is the way I thought. Well, this is where it should be. Shouldn't be in a parking lot.
Mhm.
very good. Cute.
Wonderland.
Okay, guys,
All
you can
right.
take me down. Take me
Take
down.
me
Thank you,
down.
Bob.
Thank you, Kim.
Well, thank you.
Let's see,
Can we get? Can I get back?
yeah,
Oh, here we go.
one of the strong showing
Yes.
there, Neela.
Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to show another one of my carnival pieces.
All right. A good series.
Ah, thanks. I've been having fun with it. And I'm so glad that they picked up again. And they're having the carnivals again this year, because they did stop during the pandemic.
I like what I'm seeing.
Mhm.
Trying to get all these screens out of the way so I can
Yeah,
make it bigger.
that is amazing. You get the most amazing shots.
Oh,
The
wow.
most amazing shots.
Wow. Stop.
Trying to do something that will be fun to look at for more than a day.
That's just amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been to at least the Hartford Fair, not this year because it was raining, but
Did it get rained out?
well, no, I got rained out.
Okay.
I mean, the kids were all having a good time, but I could never have even conceived of a shop like this. It was just amazing.
It seems like each place you go to has a different variety of rides, and you just have to go hunt everything out and see what you're going to find. Kind of like doing street shots. But it's fun because I don't think I'd go on any of these rides.
No.
The colors in this are
Got rid of it.
remarkable. The girl's leg and the gradient sky and the bright green.
Round circle of the thing.
Yeah, that's
Cage.
very nice.
Yeah, and the alignment of the three heads, it's really beautiful, a beautiful.
Yeah, it's really
composition.
amazing.
It's a great illusion. I keep thinking it's on its side.
It is.
It's
They
such a
spin them
nice.
around. They spin
It's so
them
nice. You
around.
got the stuff at the bottom to show that no, this is right. That's the horizon over there. They're on their
Yes.
side. It's it really throws you.
Yeah.
Oh, it would kill me if I was in there.
That's how I would feel.
I like the geometric lines too.
It's a very good shot.
Thanks.
I also like the vignetting of the corners. It gives it a feel and a mood. I don't know if anybody said that. I walked away for a second, but I like that you did that. Either did you do that to it, or did your lens cap or your lens hood do it? Do you know? Do you
I
remember?
used the hood on that one. I
Yeah.
don't do that too often, but I like trying it once in a while.
Well, it's nice because it picks up the roundness of the object in the middle in terms of the graphics of the rectangle. It rounds the rectangle a little bit. Nice.
Thanks. What else? I'll just show one more.
Oh, great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I found that some people turn their back on you when they see a camera pointed at them,
Yeah.
and other people decide this is their territory and they'll stare you down. And I love that.
Yeah, you can see the arms, crossed like that.
Yeah.
Sort of like I dare you.
Yeah.
But the woman holding the baby, she's just like, yeah, come at me.
I love that.
That is nice.
And I like the look of the, what do you call it when there's a row of concessions? The Broadway,
A midway.
midway, yes. I like the midway look of it.
Yeah, with the yellow lights and
Yep.
yeah,
Little Batman, that echo of that color.
yeah,
Very cute,
yeah.
very nice.
Cool. Very cool.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Very nice.
Mm.
Very nice, Neela.
Very nice.
Wonderful.
I think you found a niche in life, Neela. Just like Ken found the sidewalks.
I will be wandering the carnivals every
Yeah,
summer.
it's just
Right,
amazing. It's amazing.
Go
What
to
a
the
great,
boardwalk
what a
now.
great way to spend a summer.
Straight,
Yes.
straight
Really,
to Wildwood.
really fabulous.
Yes. My
You
summer,
Neela has so many styles.
Yeah, Neela's amazing. She has like millions of styles, but I think she has fun with this one.
Yeah.
Takes her out the house.
How far do you go to find carnivals? How many have you found in your area?
Well, I have narrowed it down to Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I try not to do the other states, and I'd really like to keep it you know, I'd like to do all the corners. I'd like to do Pittsburgh and go up north where Kim is.
Do you go by car, Neela, or do you take a train or a bus, or how do you?
Oh, I'd rather go by car. Then I can have my camera with me and,
Mhm.
you know, keep everything together.
Wow,
Yeah.
you're really hardy, Neela.
During carnival season, do you survive on a diet of ice cream, waffles, and candy?
Oh, I
Yeah, what do you eat at what do you eat at those fairs then, Neela?
Me personally,
Yes, you personally.
nothing.
Seriously?
That's awesome.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
I'm there to take pictures. I can't get ice cream on my camera.
Oh, right. That makes sense. That makes total sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I learned that a long time ago in art school. Do not put a drink down on the table while you're working.
Mhm.
Yeah, or with your computer, if you're working with your computer,
Yeah.
don't put a drink down or ice cream or stuff like that, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Except that
As
kind
you
of
raise a glass, Ken.
I'm very careful with that.
Oh, I'm
drink.
sorry. I forgot Ken was eating. Sorry, Ken.
No, I'm not eating anymore. I'm drinking.
my
now.
gosh. What a faux pas.
Andy, do you have anything today?
Me? That
Yeah.
I'm next? Okay.
We want to see your mom, okay?
Yes.
I'll do my best.
and Andy, I think you answered my question with what you said earlier, but I'd like to talk to you about it. I mean, I need a present for my wife, and that's what I.
Ah,
Yeah, and I'm trying to say it gently, but it's
That's
just,
a very good idea, Ken.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful idea.
Yeah,
Very creative.
oh, thank you. Yeah, and I know just the woman to do it, but she sounds like she's too busy.
oh,
Tell them how your mother is going to teach at the Abington Arts Center.
ah.
I'm muted.
Nice.
Sorry. I was paying so much attention to what everyone else is doing. I forgot I'm going next. All right, now I'm set up. Yeah, she's going to be teaching at the Abington Arts Center in October.
Oh,
Right?
what, sewing or art?
I think it's pattern making is the course she's
Oh,
teaching.
pattern making. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like adjusting patterns. So you can, and her thing is you can buy patterns, but what you're going to find is that they're full of mistakes. You know, they don't exactly fit you. So this is a class where you buy a pattern, you find out what's wrong with it, and you fix it so that it can actually benefit you and you can actually use it and size
Oh, well,
it
you
to your
explained
exact.
it very well. You explained it very well.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's all the editing. I've watched this so many times.
Well, now I understand.
Okay, so I will share the screen and let's see. Is that it? That's got to be it. Okay, share sound. Okay. We've gotten so many, thank you to our Instagram followers. Our numbers are now high enough that we can do advertisements. And the advertisements, depending on how much we pay for them, will go all over the place and will link directly to my mother's store. So of course, now we're making advertisements for her books. She has made, it's been going on for so many years now. I think it started when I was in high school.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
started making these, it's an 8-book series of textbooks on
Wow.
what she does, on every aspect of it. She's up to book, I think 6 now, and it took years to get to that point. So she's got all these books that she sells
Yeah.
through her website. So here is our Instagram, our first Instagram ad for a book, which we will turn into
Wow.
an ad middle of next month when everybody's back from vacation.
Right.
Very
Okay, so anyway,
impressive.
here it is.
Very impressive.
No word for our sponsor. There you go.
Sewing Techniques is a Bible of basic sewing techniques that you need to know. You'll sew slower, you'll finish faster with this information because you'll know how to get things right the way it's done in the industry. Here on this page is how to determine wholesale pricing in case you're planning to start a business. Here's how to finish sleeve caps, how to work with pleats, how to make cording, how to set an inset pocket. In the back is how to make a doll dress, and in making that, You learn how to cut to match. It all matches through the shoulder, it matches down the side, and it hangs on the hemline. Once you learn these techniques, you can apply this to evening gowns, jackets, all sorts of things. And learning to cut to match means that when you make clothing, for instance, this little outfit, you see it's matched down the zipper, lined. I developed the method for setting an invisible zipper. That is in this book as well.
Wow.
So consider buying this book because it's going to save you far more money than you're going to spend.
That's
Oh,
great.
that's a good
There
pitch.
you go.
That is an just that little piece is an insight
Yeah.
into your mother's craftsmanship and artistry.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That was a very compelling advertisement,
Oh, great.
I
Thank you.
thought,
All right.
Yeah, very nice.
you know,
I chopped it way, way down.
if only I could see to sew.
Please, Andy, talk her into doing this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
Well, she teaches private courses, so she's always got a student over in the house. So if you want to take a class,
how about
idea.
one of her students making the thing for my wife? What about that?
oh, well, that's interesting.
I've got money. I want to pay for this. I'm not asking anybody to do this for free. I want.
Wow. Can I sell you something, Ken?
Depends on what you're selling.
I don't know.
All
Okay.
right.
That's what I got. Thank you.
Very nice.
Where's the
Very
music
nice.
Well,
though?
thank you.
Andy, I thought everything started with the music.
Yeah, she looks great in there. The
thank you.
lighting you use on her really works. It's very
Oh,
nice.
thank you. Yeah, that's good to hear because I've been taking all these courses on lighting through LinkedIn Learning, and it's nice notes. Those hours are paying off.
I'll tell you, I didn't know that lighting was important.
Oh my
As
God.
I sit in the darkness here,
It's-
fading
It's-
and darker. But no, I didn't know that you had to light the thing. You know, that did never occur to me.
The interesting thing that I find over and over again doing video stuff is that if anything you notice means I did something wrong. So when I get everything right, you don't notice anything. It looks right.
Right.
So I'm really
right.
just systematically removing my mistakes to the point where, there's nothing that distracts. So it's
Like son, like daughter, mother, like son, or whatever. You're picking up on your mother's craftsmanship with your craft.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Well, we're
Yeah.
both workaholics.
It's-
I got to remember to go outside once in a while.
It
Turn the
shows.
computer off. Yeah.
Right. I understand.
I did not find a strong closing message about where to get the stuff and the marketing,
Yeah.
which is fine, but
Mhm.
eventually you're probably gonna want that.
Normally, I would put that at the end. For this, what it's designed for is the advertising in Instagram, where the entire post has a link underneath that says shop now. For some reason, those are words they choose. Shop now, and you click on shop now, and it takes you directly to the store. So that's kind of,
Oh, well, I think it was very compelling the way it was
That was
done.
good.
oh, thank you.
I follow her on Instagram. She's excellent, excellent.
Thank you. And thank you
Is
for your
this
comments. They're
Sarah?
great.
Sarah, you have so much time to do all these amazing things.
That's another topic altogether.
No, I mean, I'm impressed.
Yes. I have to ask one question. Susan, it looks like the Mona Lisa behind you. Is
It
that
is.
the? Oh,
Yeah, it is. From IKEA.
Yeah, yes, you're right. Absolutely. I was focused on her bloody sunflowers.
Yeah.
It's just like I saw it, but I didn't see it. You know what I mean?
You always have a painting that you did hanging behind you.
Yeah.
And today
well,
it's the
she did
Mona
that.
Lisa.
Yeah, well, that's the one.
She did that when she was working. Okay.
I like what's in the mirror today. I love the mirror behind you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's Ted's right there, that piece.
Oh, I can't.
One of Ted's.
So what we're seeing reflects.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made
Oh,
an absurdist, surrealistic view of Susan with a mirror in the back,
Yes.
and it looks as if she's facing away from the television.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, Janice, do you want to go?
Janice is turned off.
Sure.
There she is.
Here I am. Okay, so we have a show coming up. And creating space. What is this called?
Is this the wrong way up?
I'm sorry?
Is this like, should it be like the thing on the left? Should it be at the bottom, or is this how it's supposed to be? Yeah.
This is how it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
This is, but I think, like anything that's sort of abstract, you can put it many different ways. So I did this today. There's a show coming up, Creating Space. And what is this called? Let's see. Beyond the Edge. So this is what I could do for this show.
Very interesting.
I tried to keep it to something that I'm interested in, which is outer space. And I really, this is only the second work that I've ever done on the computer. So Beyond the Edge, there's space.
Oh, it really fits. It's
Yeah.
you've got the edge and you've got Beyond the Edge. It's great.
Yeah,
I think it works.
he's got space.
Yes.
It's actually very calming, Janice. You could just sort of stare at it and veg out.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And I love the colors.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
Like
you.
a combination of liquid and air at the same time. It almost looks like it's moving the more I stare at it. So I think you've got a
Mhm.
a really good sense of space here,
Great,
and
great.
that you're actually in it.
Oh, yeah,
Just-
I agree.
There's a nice sense of mystery there too. It's like you look at the yellow areas and trying to figure out like what's generating that light behind that haze. It's neat. It's almost meditative.
Yes, 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 yes. That's what I was trying to say. Yes.
Well, this is a situation where I had no idea. Well, no, I did. I had some place to start. I figured that there would be an edge, and then kind of pointing up the fact that there was space. But other than that, things just happened. But yesterday I did something that was terrible and I threw it out. So today, all right.
But you struck gold today. Good for you, Janice.
Very good.
Okay, that's it.
Very nice.
Can
Very
can I
nice.
ask you something about that, Janice? When you started this, did you have a photograph?
No,
Or you just, it's like a paint program? Paint,
okay, it's Photoshop.
okay.
And
you just flood it with the colors and then you make the edges? I don't really work with it, so it's like a big mystery to me. It looks
Yeah,
like a
me too.
painting. It looks like a painting.
Yes. Well,
So
photo.
it is.
I like things that, have a hard edge, but then show something that's misty.
Yeah, I like it. I like the composition and I like everything involved in it. I just don't know. So you just used Photoshop because you had Photoshop, but you could have done this in Paint too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
When you say
Thank you.
I would have done it in pastel. I mean,
Yeah, well, that's what it looks like.
Looks like pastel.
It looks like
yeah,
pastel.
well, that's what I do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like the soft stuff.
Would have been useful to see the layers.
See
Did
the,
you you do
Layers.
things on different layers,
Oh, yes, yes, true,
and then, but now you've collapsed them. Okay.
correct, correct.
And I also see people in shadow.
I
looking
know,
out.
I see a face. We've been trained by Doris to see faces everywhere. I see a man's face looking up
That's
into the
true.
sky on the left.
Yeah, absolutely. A group of people.
No, I don't see the group. I just see a man. His Adam's apple. That's his nose. This is his Adam apple, and the man is just looking into space.
A lot of people see animals and what they do. And people.
Very, very good balance in this too. An unusual balance.
Janice, are you changing the color as we're watching? Because I'm seeing the purple become much more purple. When I first saw it, it was, flat. And now I see the purple at the top, like it's really very purple. So are you changing it as we watch it, or was it
No,
always there?
I think it's doing things to you.
Well, I think it must be because I didn't see it before.
When you stare at something
but-
long enough and you close your eyes, you can actually see what it is have you ever done that? Like stare at something for a long time and
Yes.
close your eyes and you see the image. It's burned into your cones and rods.
And they're wispy, like you might not see these right away.
No, I saw this. What I didn't see was the contrast between the top and the bottom.
Right,
Which now I can see very clearly. I mean, the purple is very purple and the blue is very blue, but all I saw initially was just, it was all muted. The whole thing was muted.
right.
Very strange, very odd.
Yes, indeed.
Mysterious, Janice. You are
Very, yes.
in my head.
All right.
Now I've revealed myself. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Down.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Now, if anybody, has everybody gone? All right.
No.
No?
Bob,
Bob?
Oh, yeah.
Tracy,
Yes.
Oh, Tracy. Yeah.
Well, Tracy introduced the players. All right. I have a couple of. All right. This is my entry in the creating space.
I think that's a very good entry.
I
Great,
feel
Bob.
entry.
That is very good entry.
Yeah.
All right. And this is a sort of an improvisation on some old pictures of Polish churches. I love the fact that they were black and white pictures and I was able to get color in.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
And look at all the saints with their halos.
Yes.
All right. And then this is my, background, which I'm going to work on some more because I don't think it's,
I think that's actually what you just showed us before the background thing. It's almost stunning. I mean, it is like a Pierre Bonnard.
oh yeah, I am, it's my art.
That's your art?
Yeah. I was applying, applying digital alteration to the old photograph. That's what I do.
Hmm.
Okay, and here's one that's kind of dark. But this is the black figure on the right is a Mayan chief cutting off the head of a prisoner, and in the watch is from someone from a massacre in Poland that was unearthed, and this is my reaction to when I see dark things. I want to deal with them and try to make them beautiful. Okay, and let me see. So, and then I have a couple videos. All right. All right, here's one video.
Bob, is the music Midsummer Murders?
The music is
Midsummer Murders?
no, it's Eric Satie, done in 1888, but it was performed in 2010 by a Argentine tango quintet that
Really?
uses a handsaw.
Really?
I really love
That
that.
is very interesting because I watch this Midsummer Murders every night. Not every night. I'm with you tonight. But the music exactly like that.
Yes,
Eric Satie.
Yes.
Yes.
They burned it.
All right, and I have one more video. Unusual for me to have two videos. Let's see if I can get it. All right. Nope, let's stop this. All right, this is a video about a
Very interesting.
Yes, Bob. Very, very.
Interesting.
Yeah, it really is.
look up Catherine Kekawitha. She's an interesting character. She died at 24. She was kidnapped from one tribe to another. She was an Iroquois woman kidnapped by the Mohawk and refused to marry anyone. And she caught smallpox and died at 24. And her smallpox scars disappeared. And it's just an interesting character. I don't know whether to portray it as a masochistic woman or a saint, you know.
Bob, I don't know where you even dig this stuff up.
I don't
I
think
mean,
it's reality.
no, but where do you find it? I mean, I haven't seen that. So you find the most interesting nuggets of history and culture that I've ever. Amazing.
Well, I enjoy that. That's what
Yeah,
I do.
I can see that you do. I mean, it's very unique what you do.
Very interesting, very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yes. Yes, Bob, very good. Interesting use of the medium, for sure, for sure.
She was
Uh,
a saint, right, Bob? Wasn't she canonized?
yes, she was canonized
Gee.
just like 10 or 15 years ago
As a what? As a saint?
as a
As a
saint.
Catholic
A
saint.
By the
Catholic
Catholic Church?
Yes.
Oh,
And at her canonization ceremony,
it's crazy.
the group that was playing the tom-toms, they performed in the National Cathedral. I was interested by the music.
The white man took her history away.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy about it. Yes, I tend to agree with you. She's more of a victim than a model, a role model.
White man wrecked her history.
Yeah, yeah.
get rid of white men is what I say.
Oh, dear.
Final word.
Well, that's what happens, late at night, right?
Well,
You watch your head.
Catherine, anyway, she's a mystery to me. And there's a lot of controversies, and some of the Indians are mad at her too. All right. So this weekend, there's a take-in for the show, the Creating Space show. I welcome you guys to join that. Anybody else have any news or notes?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm pregnant.
What?
With ideas.
Ah, well, that explains it.
I do have something to say to you, Bob. The poet who wrote Boadicea was William Cowper, and he wrote Boadicea in 1782. The great Sir Edmund Spenser of Fairy Queen fame, and a century before called her Bundica. She's had several variations on that name. In the Welsh, the name is Bwdig. So call her Jane if you want to.
I saw a television dramatization of her life, and it was a response. Her rebellion against Rome was a response to her and her teenage daughters being raped by Roman soldiers.
Yes.
And she was merciless in her battle. She finally lost. But,
A gorilla.
yeah.
Wow.
Well, I've been working on her. She's beautiful. I will show you the hopefully finished Boudica next week.
Great.
Okay. And the sexuality is important because that's what drove her into rebellion.
Yes.
All right. Shall we say goodnight? It is
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
9:05.
Can we
Thank you, guys.
say more crazy things?
Great to meet you.
Good to-
Goodbye.